So we have to see whether we can understand man's pursuit of excellence, and we have to be so impartial and so critical but not judgmental in order to pick up what is actually happening in mainstream society. And the first question we have to raise in talking about excellence is, why are we concerned with excellence in the first place? Who gave us this ideal of excellence? Does excellence have some exalted survival value in our society? And are there icons and role models in our society who have been applauded as extraordinary examples of excellence? And therefore, have we been given a cue that we too should be excellent like these role models? And therefore, consciously or unconsciously, are we pursuing some ideal which hopefully will make us more successful in life? Is that the reason we are turning towards excellence? Is that why there is an obsession and concern about excellence? Or is there an alternative approach to excellence at all? So these are the questions we have to consider. And my memory goes back to the year 1968, when one sentence of Bertrand Russell got into me. I know that I'm slightly anachronistic. I'm giving you something which I learned 40 years ago or 35 years ago. So the British philosopher said, imitation may be a part of admiration, but it betrays the impotent state of mind. So those words are coming to mind at this juncture. And so the question is, we have to test ourselves. We have to ask ourselves whether are we in a process of imitation with the desire that we should be excellent, and why should we be excellent? Are we aware that we are not excellent, or are we pursuing success, and have we equated success with excellence, so that in our thinking we feel that if we are not going to be excellent, then we are not going to succeed. So who is going to answer all these questions? We have to answer all these questions. Nobody can give an answer here, because it is what happens to us within our consciousness. And out there in the world, you see creative men and women in all departments of life, whether it is in inventions or in research in the sciences or in humanities or in history or in music or in languages or even in statecraft. You see creative men and women, and you read about their lives and you watch them on television, and sometimes tears come to your eyes looking at the honesty of these people, looking at the authenticity of these people. And you can certainly straight away get the insight that these people are definitely extraordinary, and they have that very bright streak of excellence running through their lives. And if you go deeper enough, we may know that we don't have it in our lives. So there is a comparison which is happening, which is of course obnoxious, that we are inadvertently we compared ourselves with others, and we picked up the rather disturbing fact that we are not excellent, while some other people in life, they are very excellent. And now, if you look at humanity at large, then you will find that by divine architecture, some men and women, they are excellent. They don't struggle to be excellent, no. They're not striving to be excellent, no. And there's no sense of becoming in them to be excellent, no. It's like their breath. It's who they are. It's all by divine architecture. And there is no self-scheming and planning for excellence, no self-centered self pursuing a self-centered agenda and which wants to steal the thunder on the stage of life. No such thing. It's how they've been made by the divine. That's one thing. And if we go more deeply into it, we will find that so long as the self is present, then this excellence is not going to come to us, because this excellence just happens by itself. Whenever the life of the self comes to a close, and the self is not overactive, and the self is not craving, and the self is not pursuing a self-centered agenda of ambition and so on, when the self is silent, and when you meet life from this silence, and when you meet life with a sense of mystery, then there is a possibility that there is a surge of excellence, such as it comes more easily to people in the arts, in the humanities, to poets, to musicians, to artists. It comes more easily, but it also comes to the scientists, and such are those scientists to whom it comes. They are the ones who are contemplatives, who are very silent, and it will surge in those moments of contemplation and silence. So if this excellence is to be part of our lives, then I believe that we have to learn more about ourselves and graduate from a lower tier where the movement of the self dictates the direction and passion in our life, to an upper tier of life, the human life, where the self is conspicuous by its absence. Then our consciousness and our body becomes a vehicle for the divine core to express itself. Then the excellence happens. But this is not easy. This is very easily described. But if you're interested in it, then you've got to go very deeply into it, and you've got to study it very deeply, and then probably the divine will flow through your consciousness and through your so-called mind, and even through your body if you're a dancer, and then there will be that stamp of excellence.